welcome to our unapologetic era where we are not prepared at all today.
I'm still reading
But I have
notes.
a lot to say about what we're not prepared about.
Okay. We are going to be talking about cheaters.
That's so easy.
But we're going to be, you got to be forthcoming. We got to tell the truth. We got to hear the truth.
Oh, I'll tell the truth, and then they're going to chew me up and spit me out on the tiki-taki again.
Ho, 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 ho.
Hey, I bring gifts.
Santa coming to town.
I got a sack, and it brings gifts.
That,
What part
don't
of
even go there. What?
I don't
That's
have
why
a,
you're a hoe.
I don't have a sack. What part of cheating are we going to talk about?
Have you cheated?
Okay, so all right. Okay.
We're just jumping right
Why
in.
you got to do that right off the top? I can think of 2 times in my life that I have cheated. I'm really trying to be honest here.
We got to be honest. You got to tell the truth.
One y'all have heard me talk about before, and that was the hand on the lower back thing that turned into the kiss on the bachelorette trip, and that was my ex-husband. Well, my love of my life, the one that got away from my college boyfriend,
He
I cheated on him.
he probably needed to get away.
But do you want to hear how terrible this? Like, it's actually, I am really about to put it out there.
I need to hear the truth.
It's fun. Okay.
Do I know this
In
story?
my opinion, it's funny, but it is really trashy.
Do I know the story?
I
Maybe.
don't know. I probably have told it to you, but okay. So I went to school in Lafayette, and everybody else went to LSU here, including my love of my life boyfriend. But I didn't. I went to Lafayette. Well, we have a mutual friend that I grew up with. She had some guy friends in Lafayette, and they were real nice. They were real cute boys, like real cute boys. They were twins.
That's because the ones in Lafayette are not the smart ones. They're the good-looking ones.
They weren't from Lafayette. They were from New Orleans.
Go ahead.
But anyway, so I hung out with them or whatever. Skip ahead. Let's skip ahead to like 2020, 2021, okay?
It's a big jump from college, but okay.
Yeah, we are jumping. We're jumping 2 marriages, okay? And I get on the dating app. And one of these twins,
There's 2 of them?
the twins, like there's 2 guys, 2
Did you have a threesome?
No, there's the twins is a set of boys.
Okay.
One of them, one boy,
Didn't know if you were dating both of them.
pops
Just
up
checking.
on the app. And I'm like, well, heck yeah. I can't believe he's still single. And this is a very good looking guy. Like, he is very good looking.
Well, there's a reason.
Put
he's
it this
single,
way.
but
His
okay.
brother
Was
his
it
brother
ugly?
is married to, his brother's married to the male, like, you know how they have Hallmark movies and they have like the male love interest and all of them. His brother's married to one of the male love interests, like Hallmark love interests. Like, that's how pretty these people are. Like, they are pretty.
But I'm confused. He's gay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But at least he chose well, you know? So anyway,
Don't all the gays choose well for the most part?
I don't know. I think they
They
do.
have
I
the
think
lowest divorce. They have the
they're
lowest
doing-
divorce rate.
Yeah, they're doing better than lesbians.
Okay, let's.
Statistically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
statistically.
So anyway, I see him on the thing, and I'm like, well, swipe, you know, and we connected, and it was like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you, and like, yeah, like almost 2 decades, and so we go out on a date, and I'm like, I really like this guy a lot, so I am going to be a good girl. I'm not giving it up fast. I'm gonna do all the right things because I want to put my best foot forward for this guy. He's the package. After 2 weekends spent with him in New Orleans, the second weekend, and I was absolutely holding out on him, he said, you know, we slept together in college. Nope. I did not remember that at all. But that's who I cheated on my college boyfriend with.
You don't even were you like
I remember it now, and I remembered like the situation happening. Like, I knew I had cheated on the boyfriend, and
Yeah.
I can see in my mind the situation. I did not put 2 and 2 together that it was this person.
So what obviously you aren't together. So what happened?
Long story short, he felt like there was too much like travel distance. This was during like COVID-ish times, and so it was
Mhm.
kind of weird anyway. But he was such a great guy. He had a brother that had a major brain trauma injury that he had to help rehabilitate in Houston, and our lives were just all over the place, and so we kind of grew apart. But he did come back later and say, "Why didn't we like stay together?" And I'm like, "You said it was a distance thing." Anyway, he's married. He has a kid now, and I'm so happy for him. Like he deserves the best. He really does. Still beautiful person.
Did he know you when the cheating moment? Did he know you were with somebody?
I'm I
Or he was just blind to it?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
Mm-mm. I don't know, but you know what this makes me wonder? It makes me wonder, like, have I like kind of blocked this out of shame?
That's what I was thinking the first thought when you just talked about it.
Because I'm not kidding. Whenever I say this dude straight up was like, we slept together, and I had a no, we didn't. But then once he like told me, like he was like, we were at Jean Lafitte's and we had the purple drink, like the whole, and I was like,
It was the
and
purple drink
there
that
was
did
a
it.
story like where somebody was in the truck and then they had to go to the bathroom, and I was like, oh my god, now I do remember this night, and yeah, I'm really embarrassed by that.
So that was your only 2 times?
Yeah,
And they call you a hoe?
Well, I mean, that's a hoe. I mean, that's kind of hoish what I did there.
Oh my god, please. But
Well,
men
I
be
didn't remember it.
Oh. Okay, that part now is a little hoish.
I'm gonna
It's
go
a little
ahead and take
hoish.
full responsibility, like hoe responsibility, on not remembering, instead of saying maybe he just wasn't that exciting in bed.
That was my second thought.
Like
You're
maybe
like reading my mind today. What
memorable.
the hell? Is it bad that in my head I'm trying to count because I didn't prepare for this how many times I have cheated? But we had the conversation is I never was the first to cheat.
That doesn't make it any better.
It doesn't make it any better.
'Cause I
No.
wasn't the first to cheat in either one of mine either.
So we're not I guess I need to be more accountable because that's what everybody's telling us.
Yeah.
More accountable
Yeah,
for our own actions.
But and I am, because I've said this before and I'll say it again here. I've said it in different places before. But when a woman cheats, she knows she's cheating. She is making a calculated decision that if for some reason this is found out, she's okay with the relationship being thrown out the window.
Oh yeah, you're already in the
When a
mental
man
capacity.
cheats, he doesn't do that. When a man cheats, it's on the whim, or it's in the moment, or it's like a sexual urge. That it is not that way for women.
Well, shoot, we had that TikTok response where he said men are just there's just a hole for a man, whereas
Which is why-
women are emotional involvement.
Which is
So I
why
don't
you
get
hear
excited
more
about
and more and more these days about men like on the DL and everything, because they are not, that gets just as sexual satisfaction. It's not I'm attracted to men over women, which I'm struggling with that. But this is what's being said. And it has something to do with this whole like having pornography at their fingertips all the time, so easily readable. They keep having to like up the ant, like to be able to get that same dopamine hit.
it. That's so true.
And then they end up putting it in somebody's booty.
Oops,
It's a hole.
it's a hole.
Yeah.
We got many of them. Well, if you want to go that far, I mean, there was an instance with someone I dated for 5 years that I was trying to get rid of him and he just wouldn't go away. And I just kept like, I moved to another city like 3 hours away. And I was like, I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want this to happen. And he kept thinking in his head we were together. And like, he still was birthday presents, Christmas. I'm like, he was like, oh, my mom wants to see you. All these things he was clinging to in these last moments, even though I was like, I don't want to be with you anymore. So I did
So
go.
is that cheating if you told him you didn't want to be with him?
I don't know because we weren't.
That's not cheating.
It's my
That's
fault.
a stalker.
Well, it's also my fault because I wasn't emotionally mature enough to be like done like I would be now. Where I'm just like blocked. Like
Yeah. Why weren't you just like blocking?
I think because it was my first serious relationship in my life and I was 20 years old.
You didn't want to be mean?
I didn't want to be mean. And we're going to talk about this in another episode, being conditioned to be a good girl. You don't want to hurt
Oh.
people's feelings. You don't want to do these things.
That might be why I feel so much shame about forgetting about the sex thing.
But I was with someone else multiple times who lived in another city that I would actually travel to whenever I wanted to and go and see him. But then it turns out he was also cheating on his girlfriend who lived in another state. And I didn't find out until after all the triangle love affair happened.
Wait, did you just tell me that he was cheating too?
Yeah.
And he was like calling and wanting, like sending gifts and wanting you to see his mom?
Oh, no, that was the boyfriend,
Oh,
not the one I was cheating with.
with.
The one
Okay,
I
so
was
the one,
cheating
so I would say the one
with,
you were cheating with
with
was just like a
he was also
hookup.
cheating. It was
That's
just
not
a
an
hookup.
exclusive relationship.
No, no, but
Obviously,
it
but
lasted for like 6 months. But does it count as cheating? Because I wasn't.
Okay, that one doesn't really
I
count.
was
What else you
50%
got?
out of the door. Okay, let me think. After I'd been cheated on in this relationship for about 6 times with documented proof. Don't judge me because I was an idiot for not leaving. It's my own fucking fault.
I think that I think in situations before, like not to cut you off, but to lead, I think we cheat sometimes to give ourselves permission to say this relationship's toxic.
Is that a woman's way out? Which is
Kind of
not
like
a
it's a head thing because, and again, like I said, we are calculated.
yeah.
So even if you don't realize you're being calculated, it's calculated because it's a means to an end. So what is it that you're trying to achieve whenever you cheat? Men are that is the opposite of men.
That is such a good point because in this relationship, and I have a really good friend, the same scenario, like trying to end the relationship, but it's not ending. So you go and cheat. So they end the
So
relationship.
now there's an
So
excuse.
there's an excuse and they will
Mhm.
end the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what? I'll take the blame for it as the bad guy. That's fine. But when I'm trying to get rid of you for 5 years, and that's my fault.
Yeah.
But
You were probably doing a little breadcrumbing.
oh, absolutely, freaking lutely.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely benefits to it. It's totally my fault. But I don't know. I'm not going to take accountability for that because
I mean, if you told him you didn't want to be with him, that's not cheating.
oh,
You were just probably leading him on and you shouldn't have been doing that.
oh, absolutely.
Um,
Until it's like when a woman or a man holds on until something else comes better. So you're just like breadcrumbing a little bit
Mhm.
until you get something better on your plate.
That's terrible.
It happens.
And that is exactly what all the comments say we do.
Ho ho ho. But I mean, most of the comments is we're not taking accountability for ourselves and our actions. But you know what? Good. All these men are applying that.
Is it really, really terrible that every time I read one of those comments, my immediate thought is, I feel like you're not taking accountability by screaming that at me? And now I'm
Or-
in like a yelling match here.
You get in the you're the yelling match, and I'm just like,
I get really tired of being told that I'm a dumbass. I really do. And I'm like, every now and again, I'm like, you know what? You've watched 24 seconds of this 40-minute long episode where you're still only seeing 40 minutes of the situation. And you're going to get on here and be so vile. Like you don't deserve to ever be with a man again.
that's because they're bitter. Somebody did it to them, and they're just bitter now. Hey, Mr. Producer Man, where you be?
How bitter are you?
Tell me, how do I praise this?
Sorry, what were we saying?
In a situation where you've been cheated on, did it make you bitter for the future?
Yes. It actually, funny enough, it made me preemptively cheat, so that way they couldn't hurt me.
Okay.
It was a
that makes
defense
sense.
mechanism.
Wow.
And that's what we were kind of saying. Girls do that. We'll cheat as a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Because
Or like
it puts my masculinity on trial, right? Like everything about me, the way I look, the way I dress, everything was
Yeah.
like called into question, and I was like,
Right.
I am never letting this happen again. So it made
But
me,
are you sure that you cheat on somebody hotter?
yeah. Oh, you always go up.
You always move up a
Then
little.
Cheat
how
up.
come we always catch our boyfriends or husbands cheating on a downgrade?
Because they're stupid.
A plain Jane.
No, if I'm gonna, because like what follows that? Because look, I've been the cheater and I've been the cheated. What follows after that is total chaos, and you're living two lives and you're having to keep up with lies. It doesn't end well. So if you're gonna do it, better be worth it.
Oh, see? Well, that's
How we think as
But see,
women.
as we talked about, I said this in another episode, is women will forgive and forget, but a man,
And never forget.
men never forget. And
Never
he's
forget.
saying it right
And
now.
I don't think they should. I don't think that that's a flaw. I think that's a good thing. As a man in his true masculine, he shouldn't be with a woman who's cheated on him because she has no respect for him. None.
So
True.
like when I'm the cheater, it made me feel like if I cheated on someone I really cared about, it made me feel worthless, right? So it made me realize I was the one handing out the worthlessness. So, both sides are going to leave scars. The only difference is one makes you the victim and the other makes you the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you lived both, it just made me I had to quit pretending and start asking what kind of man I really wanted to be, you know? And that's kind of, it was just a,
I feel well, okay, I want to because we don't have the male perspective enough, and I'm so appreciative that you are speaking up and helping us out. But
thanks,
I
Leah.
feel like you're being too thoughtful.
Because he's been through the therapy,
I
emotional balance to be an
Yeah.
emotional, intelligent
The,
person.
Yeah.
the responses we get so often is so like Neanderthal.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
responses.
haters are going to hate.
Amen.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's their job. Let them hate.
I love the
Well,
hate. It gives us more engagement.
Yeah, I
Bring
don't
it
care.
on.
I mean, now look, some of these comments are heinous and they should be ashamed of themselves and they should repent to the Lord. But I mean, whatever. Like, it's fine. It's, you know, it
How
is-
many
it
of them
is-
bring God
it
into
is
this?
what it is. Like, you know, everyone has their own trials, their own situations, and you know, people love to get real brave when they're behind a keyboard.
I'm telling you, my
Oh,
dirty
yeah.
DMs have literally been exchanged for, I'm going to say something really nasty. Cum bucket comments.
Whoa.
It's really gotten disgusting.
What is going
We'll
with
be
your,
right
your
back.
algorithm there that you're
Just go read the comments. I mean, it is like bad. I don't really, it doesn't, it's so bad it doesn't bother me.
well, that's what he's saying. They just have a keyboard between them. They don't if no one's
But
gonna
who,
say that to your
like,
fucking
who
face.
stops and decides to write this out?
Just self-righteous pricks.
Yeah. I don't know if you see in some of the comments where the guy was like, because we were talking about, it was one of the cheating shorts or whatever. And I was explaining to him, like, probably good 30 times in my life, random men have came up to me in a bar and something and just kissed me out of freaking nowhere. And
Ew.
like, you never,
Ew, what if they
didn't
have
read
like
any
a
of those?
cold sore or something?
But I'm saying, like, they're like, oh, they think it's endearing or something. Like, I'm gonna fall head over heels for them because they just randomly fucking come up to me and kiss me. And it's even happened before in my 30s, all the way. I'm like, am I just like a welcoming fucking face that's just like,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know,
do
just
whatever
this
the
past
fuck I want
week-
with you?
Just
I
this
have an
past-
interesting perspective for this.
Give me.
So I think with men, like growing up, we're taught to not really have feelings. So we kind of swallow it. And instead of processing it, we make it silent. And that makes it even worse. So maybe the internet is some kind of outlet for them to express rage because they can't say it in their real life. So maybe it's maybe I dare say therapeutic, and I know I'll get blasted in the comments, but like, buddy, if it makes you feel better to like let that out because you can't talk to your significant other like a real man, then man, let it out.
Nate,
Let it
look,
out.
I actually really, really
Same.
like this point of view, and this is the point of view I will probably take in response to comments from now
So-
on is,
so.
hey, say what you gotta say. Do you feel better now?
Yeah.
Just every response like, you feel better now?
Do you
Go-
feel like a big man
An
now?
hour
Like,
and a
there you
half
go.
on Target does it for me, but if that's what does it for you, I'm here for you.
Ugh,
Yeah.
they're such trolls.
Yeah.
But
Nope.
then that brings me to a point of I've pretty much been with somebody my whole entire adulthood since I was like 14. I don't really have much gaps in between of not having a relationship. If someone comes up to me and does that and kisses me randomly, is that my fault? Am I considered a cheater because I was unsolicited, unwarranted? But
No, that's not. No, that's not. If you stop, you turn around, you start making out with them, yeah. But if they kiss you and you're like, "Whoa, like what's going on?"
Never
No, like you're just a bi. That's like if somebody walked. That's if like okay, so let's say you were walking down the street with your significant other, and another guy slaps your ass as you're walking by.
it's happened.
Yeah, that's not cheating. And that happens all the time. Somebody grabbing you at a bar and kissing you, as long as you don't kiss back,
Oh no.
then
They
no, that's not
They
cheating.
get rough though. They be shoving their tongue down your throat and stuff. It's nasty.
Are we assuming that the male in her life is not there?
Yes.
Yeah, he should be like, look, if she comes home and she's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this dude at the bar did this. Like, first off, I would probably understand my wife not saying something to me, honestly, because I'm gonna go beat the shit out of that guy. Like he's gonna like you do
just
not
brought up a
touch.
good point.
Like, you better not tell me because I'm gonna go find out who he is.
You just brought up a really, really good point.
Yeah, and I'm comfortable enough that
in
like I
situations
trust
like
her.
that. In situations like that, is it the right thing to do to go home and tell your significant other or not because it's just gonna hurt them or cause more? You didn't do anything wrong. You and I've kind of talked about this already.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything wrong, but it's still a significant situation. So in my mind, I'm like, you should tell them. But I'll be honest, every single time I have, it's just caused me more problems than it has It hasn't proven to them that I'm loyal to them.
I can tell you in my scenarios that I'm only gonna be forthcoming if I know I'm gonna get caught. And not like caught, if they're gonna find out. Like if I'm with a friend of theirs, if I like I'm only gonna be forthcoming it if I know they're gonna find out and I want to be the first person to tell them, not someone else.
It's a good point.
I know in my gut I'm always gonna get caught.
Yeah. I mean, I look
I've
at it
never
like
gotten caught.
my wife can tell me anything. You know, I'm comfortable enough. If she said that happened, I would say, do you want me to do something about it?
Would you be okay if she came to you in the sense of like, this is really funny what happened?
It's not funny.
Yeah, it's
So
not
see, he wouldn't
funny.
take it as funny.
It's
Yeah,
not
I would
funny.
be.
It's not funny.
I would feel. First off, I think that's partial.
What if it
rape
was somebody
in
you
some
knew?
sense.
Ooh. Yeah,
What if it
it's-
was a mutual friend?
Uh, I I
uh,
So I've had a girl do that to me before, who was a mutual friend, and there was a lot of drinking going on, and I was
Mhm.
like, hey, it's not that I don't want to, but like I'm committed to my person. Like
Not that I don't want to.
you're hot, but honestly,
Come
I'm
down
not going to
nicely.
last long. You'll be upset. I'll be disappointed. None of us are going to win in this. So like, it's not worth me doing it. So whatever. And that, I do it in a playful way, so we kind of laugh about it, and it doesn't make her feel super uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, because she just got rejected.
an easier
Yes.
rejection.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
hard.
like, what? My ex told me about a scenario, which I don't know why he even told me this because it was after we weren't together, where he cheated on me, and he's like, "Yeah, she just didn't. It wasn't what she thought it was going to be. I just banged her really hard," and I was like, "He's like, but I wore a condom."
That was his way of trying to tell you that it was emotionless.
Yeah, and he's like, "I wore a condom." But I'm like, "Where'd you get a condom from?" He's like, "Well, she's younger. She always had condoms with her." And I'm like, wait, always? Like, where? I didn't even care at that point, and to hear about more of the story of like how many times this happened. And I was like, "Screw you, I don't care." But he's like, "Yeah, I banged her really hard, and she just didn't like it." I'm like, "Why are you telling me this, psycho?"
Not to like change the subject, but
No, you
I,
can
I
change that.
but I do want to say this. Uh, being consistently single for many years now, I've now realized how many people don't use or carry condoms. And it's like you have to actually say like, I want you to use a condom, and then it makes things uncomfortable because they're like, wait, why? And I'm like,
Then you gotta have a
because
conversation. Yeah,
we're not exclusive.
right.
I don't know where that thing's been.
Only sailors wear condoms.
Then why is there so many damn half
I'm just kidding.
Asian children in this world from World War II?
My grandmother used to always say that she knew that my grandfather had some little Asian babies around somewhere.
Oh my god.
Now, I mean, in the scenarios, well, yes, I have cheated. No, I didn't hold myself accountable, or nor did I have emotion to care how I affected that person. Now, in my current relationship, in my current marriage, it would never. Oh, you and I have had sound conversations, but it has never crossed my mind because I know what I have. I have more to lose than I have to gain,
Right.
and losing what I have now is not worth.
Okay, that's
Anything
exactly how I
beyond.
felt in my first marriage. I felt very strongly about the reason why my boundaries were so strong was because I had more to lose than to gain.
Mhm.
And I had this whole outlook of it's not the grass is not greener on the other side.
Yeah.
And which is why it was so disappointing that I allowed happen what happened with the hand on the back kiss thing. But I felt very strong in that. With my second marriage, I felt very strong just to prove I was a decent person.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't about him, and I definitely wasn't going to lose much. Like I wasn't losing anything.
No,
I was
you
basically
weren't.
losing an adult child.
Yeah, a roommate.
And,
in a
so
way.
it was all for me, like my own standards and boundaries, and it was easier in the second marriage than the first. Maybe because I did screw up in the first.
I mean,
Maybe that's why it
but
was easier.
if that's just a giant man child, then at that point you were already out of the door. So like the cheating is just the catalyst of something.
No, but I chose to take on that man child. I took him on willingly, so I was committed to taking care of him until I decided I wasn't. Once it became too unhealthy, and then I filed for divorce. Which, by the way, when I knew I was done, so one of the ways that I made sure that I knew I was stepping over that line and I wasn't going to cross back was that's when I downloaded Snapchat and I allowed myself to start talking to other men. And when I say talking to other men, I literally mean just like nothing flirtatious at all. But I knew that that was wrong.
But
Not
we're all three of us proving the point. Like
Yeah.
once a woman's
Yeah.
checked out from you mentally, there's no coming back.
This is where the men have been really upset with my thought process on that, is that they're like, women are just, y'all are just trash. Like, how can you just treat somebody that way? Well, hold on. Can we take a step back?
Right.
Because
It's not seeing
we
the full
got
context.
there somehow.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
how did we get there? And that's when you see like all the memes and the stuff like on all the stuff on TikTok and Instagram and everything about people saying that a guy says she just wanted a divorce out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from. I'm completely blindsided. And the woman's going,
I've been telling you for 10 years, you
for
motherfuckers.
7 years I've been asking for a
Yeah.
red sweatshirt for Christmas and you get me a navy blue one. Like you like and then like that's out there and the guys go, how dare you? That's just like women, just selfish. What?
I think what you're saying is that your needs were not met.
Yeah.
You're not seen or heard.
You're not seen or heard.
Yeah,
You're
and
not-
it's like
yeah.
when I look back on like the relationships, was I being the man that they even deserved?
No, you're right. And no,
Right.
you weren't.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't. And like when the cheating happened, it's like, okay, that makes sense. Like I couldn't be the man they needed. I wasn't grown up enough to do that.
Right. Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Does it take a relationship with a woman that is a good partner and could have been a good lifelong partner, but you weren't ready yet, just as you were saying? Does it take a relationship like that for you to become ready? Like for that to fail, that relationship to fail or to end?
I'm confused.
Did that make sense? I'm asking you, Mr. Producer.
I know, I'm thinking about it.
Oh. Well, can you make the TikTok sound like the Jeopardy sound? No. So, okay, while you're thinking, I think that a guy, this is my opinion, I think that a guy has a pivotal moment in his life, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with a relationship. Just a pivotal moment in his life where he goes, I'm ready to be the man that I'm supposed to be.
Oh,
But I've been
wait a
told
second.
by men, you helped prepare me to be the man, to be the best version of myself for someone else. I've been told that more
Well,
than once.
but when they become to that point of being ready, how many marriages turn out just because there was a girl in front of them that was the next one after you?
She's a decent girl usually.
Yeah, but she's just there.
Yeah.
When they're
So-
ready, it's just somebody that's there.
I dated a girl and she really, really loved me. And I cheated on her multiple times.
She really, really loved me.
Because she allowed you and she still loved you no matter.
She never knew.
Oh.
She never found out. And
Well, she
at the
know now.
end of all of it, I broke off, the relationship, and she was like, "Why are you doing this to me? Why like have I not loved you? This, that, and the other." And I told her, just like crying, I said, "I need to save you from me."
I've been told that a bunch of times.
I meant it though. Like I meant it though. And she's been married 10 years now. She's got a family. And the girl I met right after her, I was madly, madly in love with. And she cheated on me
course she
all
did.
the time.
What was it going to someone cheating on you a lot of time from a man's perspective after you found out it, like you kind of said, you lose your value and worth as a man? Or like is there
I
any?
felt worthless after I was cheated on. That first time. It only took the one time in the beginning of any relationship. Like my very first relationship, I got cheated on. She had been sleeping with the guy for an entire year and I had no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, an old boy just shows up at my house while me and my buddies are drinking malt liquor. So,
Liquor, okay. So let me ask you this question, because this is definitely interesting for me. But once you knew that you got cheated on, why did you stick around?
So once I had found out, you're talking about this first relationship?
Whichever one, the one that you had said before, like the one that was after the girl that loved you so much, you said she cheated on you, but you were madly in love with her.
So it wasn't we had never had the talk, right? So we were basically just
So she used that as the excuse.
yeah.
She got a point. She got a point.
She has a point, but she's using it as an excuse.
But she knew how much I cared for her, and she decided that she wanted to just hurt me anyway. And
Oh.
She didn't care for you.
she didn't care for me.
What?
She even said, she's like, "You love the idea of me."
Ooh, she's not lying.
She's not. She was
I have
right.
said that
Looking
to
back
guys.
on that, she's very right.
Yeah. No, a woman's not lying when she says that. She said, like, you've put her on a pedestal that she's like, that's not who I really am.
Right.
Mhm.
She couldn't
Now,
have
it
lived
sounds
up
like she
to
was
it
being
even
a
if
little
she wanted to.
self-destructive too, though.
Yeah.
Aren't we all at some point? I think there's a difference though when you're a cheater of a shame and a guilt. Whereas a shame, I think people that just feel shame, they're just going to keep repeating their patterns.
See, I would have thought the opposite.
Really?
Guilt, you would keep doing it. Shame is like deep seated.
Well, it becomes numb.
Yeah.
Numbing.
You
don't
know, and
think
that
that-
leads to whether it's drinking, anger, self-destructive choices, addiction, whatever.
Shame is what causes you to need the relief.
It's the catalyst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Guilt, shame, and remorse are the catalyst for destruction.
I've never had a vice like drugs or alcohol or anything. I'm like, yes, I drink, but I've never drank excessively to a
Yeah.
point where I was like numbing out. So if I tried to figure out what has been because everybody has something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what has been my thing? And I do think that relationships have been like a hiding point for me.
That's your vice?
I think relationships can be a place for me to hide from myself
Oh.
and having to
Because
having to look inward because I'm taking care of them.
You're pouring outward to someone else instead of internally. Oh,
Mhm.
it's very true. And I went into my second marriage that same exact way. Thank God this man is as patient and loving as he is, because he probably should have kicked me to the curb because I was not emotionally healed.
Well, and I went to my second one taking on the man child because then I didn't have to look at myself. I was taking care of him.
Yeah.
I didn't have to look at. He was such a mess. I just need. What I need. I have to just keep up. Like, how do I keep up? How do I take care of him? I never had to look inward, and I was in therapy the whole time.
Well, she was a piece of shit, so we're not gonna.
I didn't say it.
They don't know
But
who I'm talking about.
my point is that people can look like they're working on themselves and they're healing, and that they're looking inward whenever they know. I knew I was hiding from the real stuff. I knew I was, and I knew I was too afraid to be by myself. I knew I wasn't able to stand on my own 2 feet. So that's why whenever I decided to get divorced, I didn't tell him, "You fucked me over. How dare you? You cheated on me. You gambled all our money away." I didn't say that. What I said was, "You deserve better than me. You deserve somebody who actually loves you, because I don't."
I think that's an honest answer.
Well, I knew what real love felt like. I had real love in my first marriage. Was I obsessed over my first marriage? Like, did I want to have sex with him all the time? No, but I wholly loved him. And my relationship after my second husband, that was real love. I love my second husband, but he deserved somebody that treated him better than I always was just using him as a holding spot.
Well, wait. You know there's 3 loves in your life, right?
I think I'm screwed, yeah.
No, but I'm saying you still haven't had your third big one.
I think its name is Kelly and it's a dog.
Okay, I agree with you there.
I keep looking at that dog because she's so obsessed with me, and I'm like, God, this is not what I asked for.
You asked?
Not only is she a dog, but she eats all of my things that can't be replaced. Yesterday, I walked into my bedroom and she ate a nude sports bra that I love this sports bra.
She ate your fucking bed.
I've had it for 15 years. It has gone from 34 Ds to 34 Fs, and it has been through it all with me, and she ate it. And I was like, how in the fuck? Like, how?
I don't see how you put
But
it
I guess,
on
I
there.
mean, a man does that kind of stuff too.
But I also like to point out, now you're mothering a dog. You're always seeking something to mother.
Yeah, because I'm a mom without children. Yeah, I mean, yes, I am always seeking something to mother. One, I was raised as you're going to be a wife and a mom. That's how I was raised.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I was a wife and a mom, and then became not one anymore. So I've always tried to find that footing again.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you gravitate to men who need to be fixed?
That's a really good question, and I would say that I feel like I have a lot of things that still need to be fixed. Why would I want to hurt a perfect person?
Well, they're not perfect.
No, I'm kidding whenever I say perfect person.
Yeah.
I've stayed single because of this reason exactly. Because I don't want to put myself in an unhealthy situation again when I think I have more than once. Now, when I married my first husband, I thought him and I were both whole. We were both just, perfect on our own. I was wrong, and I was 21. So,
I blame your parents.
well, I mean, that was what I had as an example, and they're still together, and they have like what you would call the white picket fence situation. And so, of
Literally.
course, as a kid, like you want to mimic that.
Yeah.
And I thought I was, and I thought I was doing it better than they were doing it. Because I was more like casual and balanced, and I wasn't up the butt with having to go to church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, and do everything else. Like I was chill, and then
Bitch
apparently I was too chill.
I mean, I think it's important to keep in mind that sometimes betrayal can become the fuel for stronger boundaries and deeper self-respect.
Wait, hold on a second. That's interesting, and I don't disagree with that.
Might
but
be too
my
deep for
boundaries
me.
went out the window when I was betrayed. I went from having boundaries to being betrayed to going, what the fuck am I even what am I doing? Why am I trying to be this good girl whenever it just doesn't matter?
You know, we got stuff to talk about.
I know.
No, but I think he's right, is because I was cheated on so much. My boundaries became so high that they were unrealistic for the next person.
Well, yeah, you just didn't want. You were trying to prevent any sort of pain or hurt.
Well, I mean, dating, like, first off, I wouldn't have sex right off the jump, which is always a mistake. And I'm talking about looking for a relationship in that sense. And it's one of those things where when that happens, if there's something that is a red flag, I'm immediately like, hey, I'm out.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm like that
I'm
now.
not doing
yeah.
that. I don't have time to do that.
Yeah.
Or even pink ones. I'm like, you don't have to be red yet. I'm like, I'm done with you.
Now I'm that way, and you'll say like I'm really hard on guys, and I'm like, yeah, but that was a deal breaker.
You should be.
And
You should be hard on
Man,
that.
y'all, this is gonna seem like such a dumb, petty one, but I cannot do smokers. So I mean, like even if you're just a casual, like I'm having a drink, and so I'm gonna smoke. I don't know.
What about vaping?
I think it's. I look at a person who vapes, and I'm like, you're a child.
You smell like a strawberry.
No, you're a child.
Fair enough.
And the fact that they're constantly looking for it, and they sleep with it in their hand and everything, and then
It's a different addiction.
I'm like, that's weird.
I'm still gonna blow clouds in the studio. By the way, I don't care that.
Now, a guy with a Zen pack don't bother me, and a guy who dips doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me. I don't know why I find that like sexy.
Wow.
Big old dip in the lip.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Let the zen begin.
Let the Zen begin. Hey, a lot of girls are using Zens or taking Zens or eating Zens or so. I don't know
what
what
the
it is.
fuck
you
is
do
a
with
Zen?
It is
This
just
isn't-
nicotine salt. And I used to get so much shit because I
Nicotine
used it to quit smoking, and all my friends made fun of me and called it a tampon for my mouth.
It kind of
Now,
is a tampon.
and now here we are 3 years later, and everyone does it. And they
But
made
that's
amends to me. They were literally
a
like,
really
dude, I'm
good
sorry. I was like, yeah.
Interesting.
That's actually a
new.
great description, a tampon in the mouth.
Yeah.
Which would be that's what I say was that like girls don't dip. Like if you met a girl who dips, you'd be like, were you like raised on a farm, like out in the middle of nowhere? But some girls do, but it's not often. The Zen thing, girls do Zen all the time.
Yeah. Because you don't have to spit.
You don't have to
Hi-yo.
spit.
Weird. All right, I learned something new.
It does burn a hole in your mouth though.
Oh,
No.
great. Mouth cancer. Let's go.
Don't do the wintergreen. Today's episode sponsored by Zen Nicotine.
Yeah, no joke.
All right, what did everybody learn today?
That Zens are the tampon of the mouth.
And I'm still broken.
That you're-
What I
oh,
learned was what my point is for this episode. I didn't learn anything. What my point is that when a woman cheats, a woman knows that there are consequences and she's okay with accepting them.
oh, hell yeah. Also, that when you're cheated on, your worth is not a reflection of that. That is on them and them cheating. That's not.
Good luck not actually feeling that way though.
Well, now I can. At
I'm
20, I couldn't.
no.
I was like, what did I not do wrong? Did I not suck it hard enough? You're like, what are you?
I'm gonna be super vulnerable and say that my biggest brokenness is not ever feeling like I'm enough. But every person that's mattered to me has left.
Hmm.
So in the last relationship, he gave me the talk that Mr. Producer was talking about. He was like, crying and like I'm just not good for you. You're great, but I'm not good for you. And it's like, what?
You
what
can
more
say
could I
that,
have
but
done?
don't remove accountability for what you did by saying that. Like,
I didn't do anything wrong in
"Oh,
that one.
I'm a bad person. I'm so sorry. Like, don't.
Oh, you're talking about him?
Well, anything. Just don't.
He just wasn't telling me the whole truth. But I still had to sit there and have the conversation with him.
Yeah.
And I started to feel the feelings I felt, whether I found out later he had cheated or whatever, but I didn't know that at the time. During the breakup conversation was just, I don't love you anymore.
Well, honestly sometimes the best. I don't know. All right, guys, I'm sure we're going to get a lot backlash from this one without a doubt, but we've all cheated.
We might have
And
to do
anyone
a
that
part
can
two.
say they can't, you're a fucking liar.
Yeah, and while you're there, because you're perfect, why don't you hit the follow button, the subscribe, leave us a comment, tell us what you really think. We hope you get healing.
Producer earning his money.
Woohoo! All right, go out there and show love and not cheating. Love you guys.
Peace out.
Bye. Subscribe.